true story, I was just chilling on the couch, watching some Death Note as one does, right? Enjoying their Tuesday evening. A friend of mine, I'm not going to give names, but a friend of mine sends me a message and tells me that okay, I'm gonna try to be serious for a second. No joking, no me writing anyone. This is going to be a very serious sense moment, if you will, because we're talking about someone's life here, and I don't want to be disrespectful, so I'm gonna keep it polite, no laughing. So I immediately run to my studio to record the video that you guys are now watching. Long story short, I come to find out that Ethan Klein has officially sued, I'm trying to hold it together, that Ethan Klein has officially sued the one, the only, you know him as idubbbz, iCucks, Ian Jamha, whatever it might be. One could say that Ethan came all over idubbbz. And of course, the idubbbz orbiters and the Hassan orbiters, they're NPCs. They're waiting for their commander, idubbbz or Hassan, to give orders. And the leader of the cult, Hassan Piker, has responded to that. He responded, idubbbz talks about the lawsuit and he's responding. Everyone's responding. It truly does not get more unemployed than this. So with that said, let's just get right into it. Now, in case you guys are lost, and long story short, to simplify things so I don't spend 20 hours giving backstory and then, you know, we finally get into it. If I'm not mistaken, the reason why Ethan is suing a Jamha, it's because of all the crazy stuff that Ian and others alike spread about Ethan. And, you know, I don't want to talk about this because I've talked about this like a billion times. But his kids eating shit and you molest your children. This was something that was spread, if I'm not mistaken, by Destiny. And then Ian took that and spread that to his remaining fans that Ethan is a child molester. This is just a quick recap. Long story short, to simplify this for everyone, Ethan just finished on idubbbz.
It is official. I am being sued by Ethan Klein in the courts of Calgary, Alberta, for defamation. I do plan on fighting against this, but for now it is in the hands of the courts and our attorneys. I will say that it worries me what it means for the commentary community, and especially the Canadian commentary community.
Since when does idubbbz care about the commentary community or the Canada commentary community? Correct me if I'm wrong, I really don't watch YouTube that often. But who are some Canadian commentary channels that matter? I mean, there's legitimately none. I do find it funny that now idubbbz cares about the community, the commentary community, the community overall, the YouTube community, if you will. It's like, he has never cared about this. And now out of nowhere, it's like, man, I wonder what this means for Canada. I wonder what this means for the commentary community. It's like, there is no commentary community. Like, everyone's here solo and there hasn't been a community in years. Like, everyone's here to make money. Like, that's literally it. Talking about making money, there's only a few guarantees in life: death, taxes, and YouTubers being sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. And I am lucky enough to be one of them. Finally, Sense has made it to the big leagues. The big leagues are indeed calling. I want to tell y'all a little story deep within the roots of Teleria, where ancient oaths still bind the land. Grand Oak Patrick rises. This guy, this champion, is widely considered one of the best legendaries in game, a true game changer cinema, if you will. All you need to know is that he's legendary and super powerful. What happens when you scan the QR code and you use the link in the description? You get the legendary Narma when downloading the game, the epic Uugo once you reach level 10, and Grand Oak when you use promo code WRATH. The game is fun, it's accessible to everyone, you have badass champions, it's available on PC and mobile, so you can legitimately play this anywhere. A nice 10 to 20 minute Raid Shadow Legends session never hurt anyone. Sometimes I get asked, yo Sans, your videos are so epic, you're so based and funny, how could we support you? Unlike other streamers, and I'm not going to point fingers, but unlike other streamers, I don't set up fake GoFundMes. to get money. I don't have a Patreon, so if you click my link in the description or in the pinned comment, or you scan the QR code, you're helping me big time, and I will really appreciate it. And new players can pick 1 out of 5 promo codes for a free legendary champion of their choice. And just between you and me, I would go with code WRATH. And yeah, with that said, let's just get right back into the video. He's like, no, what about the community, bro? Where's the community at? It's like, I do find it kind of funny that this was never really expressed by him. I cannot recall the last time Ian cared about any community. Now idubbbz cares out of nowhere. Yeah, guys, I'm not worried about me, but I'm like worried about like the future. I'm going to say something extremely brave and stunning, and stay with me here. If you don't want to be sued by Ethan Klein, you know how he is. If you don't want to be sued by him, maybe don't spread lies about him molesting his kids. Maybe don't make it as extreme. Maybe say Ethan smells like shit 24/7 and he never takes a shower. He's a dirty Jew. Maybe you could say that. Maybe you could say, you know, Ethan should have been aborted. Maybe you could say that and get away with it. But I mean, dragging innocent kids into this, truth be told, innocent bystanders that have absolutely nothing to do with this fucking internet drama, if you will, is, in my humble opinion, kind of far. That's where I draw the line. Crazy shit. Like, there's levels to it. And I don't know, I think insinuating that a father molests his kids, I think that's pretty far. But yeah, probably not the brightest idea to push the narrative that Ethan molests his kids. In my humble opinion, that's just what I think.
It worries me what it means for the commentary community, and especially the Canadian commentary community. But this is about all I can say, at least for now. I'm sorry that the stream is so short. I wish I could give you a lot more grease, but I will resume the regularly scheduled content on Thursday. Again, I'm sorry it's so short, but we will be back, and I appreciate you being here for this important announcement. Have a good day, everyone.
When you look back at this whole situation, who's the person that started all of this? It was Ian Jomha. It was with his content cop to try and get a new audience. It completely backfired and he hasn't recovered since. Ian wanted to join his son's community. He wanted to be his son waiting room streamer number 3 or 4 at the time. This was around the time that he had his whole empathy arc. And I guess part of that empathy was backstabbing one of his OG friends / mutuals to try and bury him while lifting himself up, and look where he ended up. I'm sure if I asked idubbbz right now, yo, if you could go back in time, would you still drop said content cop if you knew everything that came with that? I'm going to make a wild guess, probably not. I'm like 85% sure that Ian would take it back. Remember when Anissa came to the stream laughing that they'll never sue them because they have the same lawyer? I wonder where Anissa is in all of this. Oh no, not Anissa's husband. I love how no one's taking this seriously. Everyone's just making fun of idubbbz. I guess most of these people in the Reddit thread, and myself included, we're not 32 yet. So empathy hasn't kicked in yet, but give us a few years, guys. To all the retarded people out there who are not really a fan of the slob guys, you guys gotta give us some time, and you guys gotta understand that empathy hasn't developed in us yet. Maybe once I'm 32, I'll delete my whole channel, but until then, I find this extremely funny. WestJet says, dog, idubbbz is already broke. He's going to be homeless now. Plain Rock 124 is just sharing a laughing emoji. I do think it's kind of funny. I don't know, maybe that means I'm a psychopath or I don't have empathy, which you're not wrong. I don't have any empathy in me. idubbbz is fucking cooked. That MF ain't got no money left to do anything. Everyone's just laughing at idubbbz. Like, at this point, I expect idubbbz to end up in Skid Row within a year and a half. Now, will Ethan win? Will he lose? Will he take a W or an L? I guess time will tell.
What is this? Ian Jomha, aka idubbbz, announced he's being sued by Ethan Klein for defamation. Ethan is a monster, and anyone that doesn't see how he's destroying speech online will look back at this with disgust. What is this?
Official, I am being sued by Ethan Klein in the courts of Calgary, Alberta, for defamation. I do plan on fighting against this.
Bro's opening new fronts like he's Israel? No, literally. What the fuck?
Ethan is opening new fronts like Israel, end quote. Yeah, because Ethan is the one who dropped the content cop, right? That totally wasn't Ian jumping into the shit pit on his own and now reaping the consequences. This is literally what I said at the start. Ian started all of this. Let's not forget that. Ian is the one that started this shitstorm that's lasted over a year now. Yeah, it's kind of on him. I gotta keep it real. Constantly sending the most unhit shit towards Ethan, then cowering and crying when he relates is actually a pretty good analogy. Maybe Ethan is Israel. MFs acted like idubbbz was forced to make the content cop even though he could have not done it at all. He did it purely for his own ego and just tanked his own event, which he literally could have done it after the event and ruined all the friendships and connections he had. I mean, to the people that are claiming that, you know, poor Ian, you know, he's just this innocent 40-year-old poor kid, they're just bullying him, people are so mean to him. Are you guys forgetting the content cop? Are you guys forgetting everything that Ian has said and done? He started all of this, and I guess Ethan is finishing it. So one could say that Ethan is finishing on idubbbz. Oh my god. And don't forget to scan the QR code. This is the best way to support the channel. I really do appreciate it. Arigato gozaimasu. Now I'm out. Adios.